Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for Leo where we look at your future spouse or life partner and the energy surrounding this connection. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Leos, please. All right, so we have the Six of Wands. That's your person's energy. All right, they're also showing up as the Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're viewing you as the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so it's a card of you're everything I want, you're everything I've needed. And the connection, we see the Seven of Pentacles. So patience. Patience is a virtue here with this connection, okay? And we see the Nine of Swords. All right. So I feel, Leo, that this is somebody who's used to being successful. They get a lot of attention. They look good. They're on the up and up. They've done well for themselves. They're sexy. They're attractive. But with you, the Nine of Swords, you're going to impact this person. In the Nine of Swords here, I'm feeling like they're going to be losing sleep over you after they meet you, after your first couple of dates, or even after your first date, losing sleep about this connection, wanting victory, wanting to move kind of quickly here, right? But the Seven of Pentacles tells me it may take time to grow. I don't know if that's because there's distance, because of work schedules, because my Leos want to, slow and steady wins the race type energy. We'll see. There's going to be a really strong, passionate, sexy chemistry here between the two of you. And we see the Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Your person is going to be very emotionally available. They're going to bring you a lot of joy. You're going to bring them a lot of joy. I can feel the dopamine bursts, right? Like, this is fun. This is exciting. There's an intensity here to this connection for sure. But it's interesting because this intensity is in their energy. And then when we get more to your energy, it's like, all right, let's take things slow. It's steady. It's grounded. I feel like this is going to come as quite a shock and a surprise for this person that they're so in their feels about you. I just don't think they're used to somebody making them feel this way. Because normally I feel like they're the one who is chased, or with the Six of Wands, they get a lot of attention. They probably have a lot of options. They know they have a lot to offer. And with the Four of Cups in reverse, it's like, wow, this comes as a big surprise and brings them so much more joy and excitement than they're expecting. Yeah, Eight of Swords. This person's going to be stressing about you, Leo. What have you done to this person? Or whatever you do to this person, you kind of do it without knowing. And I also feel like, because my Leos, you're in kind of a grounded, balanced place. You're not trying to rush anything. And it doesn't mean that you don't like this person equally. It doesn't mean that you're not passionate or into this. But what I'm seeing is your relaxed, grounded energy is going to make them want you that much more. And again, you may be weighing up your options here with the Six of Pentacles, dating a few different people, wanting to take your time, wanting to make sure you make the right decisions. There you are. You're coming out as Libran energy, balancing, in a place of balance, weighing up your options, wanting to make the most balanced decision, looking good, feeling good. But again, you're in a really powerful, grounded, balanced space. And I'm not going to say that they're not, but I feel like they're used to getting a lot of attention, or they're used to being chased. And it's not that you're making them chase you, Leo, but you're not in a rush. And like I said, that's a very powerful energy to be in. It's a very healthy, balanced energy you're in. Congratulations, Leo. I love this. All right. Let's see what else. We see this person, they might have a little bit of a jealous streak. Again, they might also be worried that you are weighing up your options, or you are dating other people. And that may be the case. And I think you'll probably be honest with this person about that. But they are going to feel that sense of jealousy. They don't want anybody else to be with you. Now, they could have a jealous streak or a possessive streak that stems from infidelity and insecurity. So it is something that you may need to watch out for. But I also feel like a little tiny dose of jealousy is healthy in a relationship. It means they care, right? They don't want anybody else to have you. But how they express that is something that you're going to have to be aware of, okay? All right. So we see short-term energy. Your relationship with this person is not meant to last. They may enjoy being free. Your personal styles may not be complementary. Now, that's fine if we're doing a regular old, who's coming towards you. But this is your future spouse. So when I get this card in this type of reading, some of you that could indicate that there's going to be a stop or a start within this connection. I can also be picking up on this person's worst fears, right? That this isn't going to go the distance, that you're going to choose somebody else, all right? So just be aware of that energy. They do have a little bit of anxiety here around this connection. Now, for some of you, it could be because they're at a distance from you or they travel a lot. So this is someone who enjoys new experiences, places, and people. They may have great stories to tell about their travels. You could meet this person while traveling or while they're traveling. And it could also be like, okay, well, we live in different places. So how could this be a long-term connection? Again, that's something that's going to really stress them. And it may stress you as well, but it feels like they're the ones that stress a little bit more. We see they could be a Leo or they could have Leo in their chart. They're positive, they're passionate, they're playful, they like attention, strength, and resilience is their hallmark. But we also see that they're a giver. Some of you, they could be a Virgo, Leo cusp. But this type of person puts the needs of others first. All right, so giving is their love language. Okay, so expect gifts. Expect this person to, do a lot of things for you. That's how they're going to show that they're really into you. But again, they really do stress behind the scenes about making sure this works, making sure that, you don't choose somebody else. Again, they struggle with a little bit of jealousy here. And again, it really matters most, Leo, how they express that jealousy. Feelings of jealousy are normal in relationships, and a little healthy dose of it is fine, right? It's an indication that they don't want anybody else to be with you. But if it is expressed in a way that's, like where they're mean to you or they make a scene or you find yourself walking on eggshells, that's a huge red flag. But I'm not really getting that. I'm just kind of getting that they more internally stress. And especially in the beginning, because most likely you are dating other people or you are getting attention elsewhere. You are taking your time, that they're going to be a little bit worried. Now, with the Knight of Swords, this person could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I do think they have a tendency to overthink, overanalyze. This is somebody when they see they want something, they get it, right? Or they go for it. All right. And we have grandparents. So some of you, they could be a grandparent. That's not going to be for all of you. And remember, these really specific messages that come through, Leo, they're not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. So just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The grandparent message can also indicate this person has a really close relationship with their grandparents or was raised by a grandparent or practically raised by their grandparents. We get lurking energy. So this person might be a secret admirer or they might check you out before you realize. And again, a little bit of that jealous energy. You might be like, this person's paying a lot of attention to what I'm doing when I'm not around them. All right, but I'm not getting stalker vibes. I'm not getting that it's unhealthy just yet, All right, and we see meeting through friends. Yeah, so that lurking energy. So they might ask their friends to introduce them to you. Again, you can meet while you're with friends, while you're out with friends. And we see performer. That makes sense. That really tracks with the Six of Wands. I don't know if this person is in a band or they're an actor, they're in theater. Maybe they... I was going to say they either give speeches or seminars or something like that, or they do public speaking. Maybe it's something they did in their past as well, like being on stage, or they were in the school plays a lot or something like that. But it does feel like this person can be performative, with that Six of Wands energy. All right, let's see what else my Leos need to know about this person. What else do my Leos need to know about this person? All right, so there may be a childlike innocence and purity to this person as well, which is it's like a sweet soulmate energy. Some of you as well, this person might have a child from a previous connection. We get male, female. Now remember, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are. So I do feel like regardless of this person's sex or their gender, this person wants to step up. They want to be your number one. They may even want to have a family or build a legacy or just build something with you. You might also, Leo, this is interesting. I got this message. Some of you might look like their childhood crush. So like if you find out like they had like a childhood crush or celebrity crush when they were younger, you might look a lot like that person. And we see message energy in reverse. I do think sometimes this person struggles with communication. Now that with the Knight of Swords, I mean, can be somebody who's honest and communicative and good with words. But I also feel like this person sometimes leaves things unsaid. And again, we get a little bit of that possessiveness and that jealousy, which I don't think comes out in something like a big burst or like it gets to a boiling point. But I feel like this person, like I said, you probably won't realize that they feel jealous as they do because they don't really show it. All right. And we see message of concern. Okay, so this is somebody who is going to worry about you, worry if you've eaten that day, worry, if you've gotten home safe or not. Because I'm not getting with this giver energy and this jealous energy, I'm not getting that they're jealous in the sense that you're like, oh, this person, like I'm worried to say that I was out with friends late, or, I'm worried they're going to make a scene, or they ruined my night the other night because I was talking to somebody else. I really don't get that energy. I feel like it's a much more internalized thing. Okay. And I feel like, yeah, that they do kind of struggle with that. And that's usually due to insecurities or past experiences, but I don't feel like they necessarily take it out on you, Leo. I mean, it may come out in subtle ways, but that's more of the message. Like it may come out in subtle ways. All right. What else do my Leos need to know here? Okay. Their first, middle, or last name may begin with a vowel. I got the letter A, but it doesn't have to be. And this is really weird. I saw the letter A and then I saw a halo around it. And I don't know if that's like somebody in LA, like the Angels or something with angel. I don't know, but I saw the letter A and then a halo around it. All right. This person may have blue eyes or light colored eyes. Now remember, really specific messages here, Leo. They're going to resonate with some of you, but not all of you. Communicating their feelings comes easy for them, but look at all this light blue energy. So I don't know if they have blue eyes. They like to wear denim. They like to wear light blue. They drive a blue car. This color seems to be important here. All right, and they may have an imperfection in their speech. Now that can also come from speaking a different language, or like maybe the language you speak with them is not their first language, or they're bilingual, or they have a little bit of a stutter, a little bit of a slur or something. We also see that they wear a meaningful accessory. Now it could be something that was from their grandparents or was given to them by somebody they care about. It could be something that brings them luck. It could be, again, I got that LA Angels message, which is really weird. Yeah, I think it's the LA Angels. I don't know why I could be making that up. I don't follow baseball that much or that many sports anymore. I don't follow sports that much anymore. My goodness. Again, this Mercury retrograde is so doing a number on my speech. Speaking of imperfections in your speech. But it could be related to a sports team. It doesn't have to be, though. It may be more like family or something that brings them luck. Maybe it's something having to do with angels. I don't know. I can't seem to move away from that message. All right. So we see the Six of Pentacles. This person, is viewing you this way, Leo. They see you as somebody that brings them harmony, balance. This is soulmate energy. This is also what I've been looking for, is looking for me. So again, you check all of their boxes. Oops, I don't know why I pulled this card. In their 50s. I don't know if that's you or them. That is not the deck that I wanted to be using. All right. So they see you as everything they've been looking for. They see you as completing them in the most harmonious ways. Five of Swords in reverse. And this person might also worry that they like you more than you like them. I do see that being a theme here with the Five of Swords in reverse, that you're relaxed, that you're not thirsty, that you don't have a sense of urgency here. And it feels like they do have more of a sense of urgency. But they also like that you're not into drama here, Leo. With the Five of Swords in reverse, you're balanced. You appreciate balance and harmony within relationships. You don't love a lot of drama. You like things to be peaceful. And the King of Cups. Now, some of you could be Cancer, Leo cusps, but they see you as creative. They see you as relaxed. They see you as loving and really compassionate. And I love this King of Cups because he's in a really beautiful time in his life as well, where things are going well for him. He's either on vacation or he's just, he's barefoot, playing music on the beach, manifesting, just kind of, I feel like they meet you at a point in time when you're really relatively balanced, drama-free, and doing what you want, looking good and feeling good, being creative. How my Leos are going to be feeling the Page of Cups. So you are going to definitely feel something really sweet here. You're going to be feeling like this is something maybe you've manifested or something that you absolutely want to emotionally explore. And it makes sense, this being your spouse, right? Your future spouse. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What they admire about you, Leo, is the pioneer. So you have a passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. All right, they see you as the Don Juan archetype. So spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. So they see you as very sexy, very seductive. And at the bottom of the deck, they feel this healer energy about you. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, and an ability to help transform pain into healing. So this may be something that you do for a living, or they just feel like, people come to you because you have this like very peaceful, very balanced, very healing quality. Now, we see that this relationship is defined by the Seven of Pentacles, patience, right? Planning, strategy. Although I do get so much more urgency on this person's side, I do think that they will follow your rhythm. Like they're not going to try to force or coerce this or you. All right. And I don't think that would even be possible to force or coerce a Leo, especially in love. But, like I said, I get more urgency in their energy. And so there's patience while you figure things out, while you weigh up your options. This connection brings clarity about your emotional landscape. Yeah, so it's going to bring a lot to light. There's a deepening self-awareness here. And maybe also in relationship to this person and how you feel about this connection. This connection enters as you stand more fully in your autonomy. Alignment meets you in self-possession. And again, that could also be why, my Leos, you're not in a huge rush to jump into a relationship, even though there's a lot that feels pretty amazing about this person. And I feel like that's a little bit why you're in this really balanced, independent energy, but you're also like not wanting to rush things because you're standing in your autonomy. And, once you get to that beautiful place of groundedness and independence, it's not something a lot of people want to give up immediately. And you want to make sure that whomever you get involved with, they respect that and that they fit into your, they add value to your life and they fit into what you're doing. All right. And this connection requires conscious communication and accountability. So emotional maturity. Okay, beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck, we see this connection honors each person's journey. Absolutely. And I see that. Even if your journey is a little bit different, even if your timelines feel a little bit different, I do think that there's this beautiful compromise, this meeting point between you. And this connection clarifies emotional truth by showing you what feels aligned and what no longer does. So you may, this connection may show you what and why other situations didn't work out for you. But I'm also seeing too that you're going to be a lot more clear. Like, for example, if this person does have a little bit of a jealous or possessive streak, you are going to recognize that and address it right away and be like, you know what? if it's a problem, if it's not aligned with you, you're going to address it. And the right person, which I do feel this person is the right person because we are in your future spouse or life partner reading, they're going to adjust. Okay? And I feel like there's this beautiful maturity going on here. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do my Leos need to know here, please? All right, freedom. Yeah, I love this. Healthy space and room to breathe. Yeah, it's essential. And we see it coming through. We see it coming through here. All right, responsibilities. Romance interrupted, duties come first. And again, there, someone here might travel a lot for work, or somebody or both of you might have really high work hours. So it is going to be really important. And this connection, I think, is going to show you that your individual paths can be honored, but you need healthy space and room to breathe. You have responsibilities. They have responsibilities. So it feels like a mature development here. You're manifesting this. Very soon your true love will arrive, and Spirit saying, open your heart, Leo. Love is the highest energy of all. Let it in. All right. Any important dates or times for my Leos? Any important dates or times for my Leos? This week, so it could be around you. It could be coming to you relatively soon, or maybe even this month. All right, my lovely Leos, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.